And if you say, well, I'm only 21 and I have another 50 years to go, and not like you, Rinpoche, you're 120, that's no problem. But what about the people around you? While they're around, it's very easy to do dedications and merit practices for them. But when they're gone and taken rebirth, it's difficult already. How about your mother and your father? How about the people who've been kind to you and nice to you? When they're around, you do dedicatory practice for them. It's easier. But once they've taken rebirth, it's very hard. And if we have, I'm so sorry, no disrespect intended to the mentality here, if we've had parents that have been extremely not nice and difficult, it's all the more important we do Dharma practice to dedicate to them, because we took rebirth with them. We have some karmic affinity with them to let them make us suffer, and now we have the chance to make them suffer. So in fact, if we have parents that are difficult, like in my case, it's even more stronger that we must do practice and dedicate to them while they're around. Why? Because we have some karma with them that's unfinished. Forget the parent-child thing. It's even more important. If we had parents that have been very kind to us and given us a privileged life, then even more so we must make sure, because we can see our parents suffering now. We can see their mind now. We can see what they're going through now. Imagine at the time of death. Imagine in their future life. How? So it's even more important we change our attitude and do our Dharma practice. How do we do Dharma practice, dedicate to them? We need to change our attitude. When we change the fundamental attitude by doing meditation on impermanence, when we change the fundamental attitude, when we do meditation on impermanence, all of our outer actions change. When our outer actions change, then we have something to dedicate to them. You can't run around all day screaming at people, wanting money, wanting position, wanting to be right, and go home and dedicate. What are you dedicating? You can't go to an apple orchard and not collect any apples and just come back with leaves and then dedicate, may everybody have apples. I mean, think about it. So if you spent your morning to night, money, 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 fame, 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 reputation, me, fun, reputation, I look good, good, good. You do that, and then at night you dedicate. Then when you look at Tsongkhapa, he'll be in a corner like, there's nothing to dedicate. I mean, there's nothing to talk about. So even if right now we're sitting there in a state of anger, if we're sitting there in a state of anger, what do you think you have to dedicate after we finish? Your anger? You don't need to dedicate your anger. You have a surplus of it. It's nonstop. Why? Because the attachment to the self is so strong. And we can't overcome it. We can't even overcome that with ourselves. We can't even make ourselves happy. Even we don't have the power to do that. We're so controlled by these attachments. We can't even make ourselves